Seems that the poet was right. Troubles never singly come.
Oh no, we can get through the rock. No worries there, easiest thing in the world. Why, we just blow right through it.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, where we'll be discussing the worst remakes of UK movies from across the pond.
So, ever been to prison? For how long?
How about this weather?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Number 10. Straw Dogs, 2011.
Give me the gun, Tom.
Out of the way, I'm going in!
Keep the gun pointing in, he won't get near you.
The original 1971 movie is a classic British psychological thriller. It was initially controversial for its graphic scenes, but has since become highly praised. It's a story about an American who moves to the Cornish countryside, and then things go south from there. In 2011, Americans decided to remake it, which turned out to be nowhere near as good. Instead of Cornwall, it's set in Mississippi. It was a box office disaster, costing $25 million, but only making a pathetic $11.2 million. One criticism was that it felt as if it was celebrating violence rather than condemning it, missing the point entirely.
Your gun's empty. You sure?
Number 9. Clash of the Titans, 2010. The 1981 version was a co-production between the UK and the US, which was a fairly big success. It featured a variety of impressive stop-motion effects. For some reason, in 2010, Australia and America teamed up to remake it with poor quality CGI. It's a perfect example of how practical effects can age better than excessive CGI. The majority of critics disliked it, but that didn't stop it from making almost $500 million at the box office. Unlike the original, this one got a sequel in 2012, which received similar feedback. If it had done better, they would have made the series into a trilogy, but thankfully, such a fate was avoided. Number 8. Village of the Damned, 1995.
I must think of a brick wall. A brick wall. I must think of a brick wall. A brick wall.
The 1960 version is an excellent example of 60s science fiction. It's based on a book, The Midwich Cuckoos, and tells a spooky tale about glowing-eyed children in the village of Midwich. In 1995, acclaimed director John Carpenter created his version. It became one of his lowest-rated movies, alongside earning barely anything at the box office. One big change from the book was setting it in California instead of England. It got nominated for Worst Prequel, Remake, Rip-Off or Sequel at the Golden Raspberry Awards, but hilariously wasn't bad enough to win. In 2011, Carpenter admitted he'd made it out of contractual obligations, with little care for how it turned out. Number 7. Get Carter, 2000.
Bloody well tell me who sent you. You're a big man, but you're in bad shape. With me, it's a full-time job. Now behave yourself. Right?
Michael Caine is easily one of Britain's most famous actors. One of his many acclaimed movies was Get Carter in 1971, an old-school British gangster flick. 29 years later, an American remake was released, which subsequently tanked at the box office. They swapped London and Newcastle for Las Vegas and Seattle. It had a $63.6 million budget, but didn't make a third of that back. Interestingly, it's the second American remake.
So, ever been to prison? For how long?
How about this weather?
with the first being Hitman from 1972, which also didn't make a splash. All three films are based on the book Jack's Return Home, a thoroughly English novel in setting, tone and thematic core. This might explain why both American versions fell flat.
Jack, what do you say, Jack? You pick me a winner today? Huh? Did you come up with a sure thing?
Number 6. The Lady Killers, 2004.
Mrs. Wilberforce, I don't think you quite understand the intricacies of this particular situation. Let me try to explain, Mrs. Wilberforce. You see, in this case, it would do no good to take the money back.
The acclaimed Alec Guinness took the lead role for the original 1955 British black comedy. It was so loved, it won a BAFTA award for Best British Screenplay. Fascinatingly, the plot came to the writer in a dream. 49 years later, America decided to remake it with Tom Hanks as the lead.
Temperamental one.
Oh, I do hope you'll be comfortable, gentlemen.
Upstairs.
And I do wish you well with your efforts.
Despite the Coen brothers directing it, it was far from a hit. Many consider it to be one of the worst films by the duo. Some critics praised Hanks and Irma P. Hall's performances, but not much else. Originally, the Coen brothers were only meant to write the screenplay, but ended up directing it, which might explain their lack of passion.
Seems that the poet was right. Troubles never singly come.
Oh no, we can get through the rock. No worries there. Easiest thing in the world. Why, we just blow right through it.
Number 5. The Haunting, 1999.
What, no what?
The original 1963 supernatural horror is an absolute classic, boasting an impressive 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's based on a US novel and was created by a few Americans, but was shot entirely in England. In 1999, they decided to remake it with Liam Neeson and Owen Wilson attached. It proved that lazily remaking an older film with A-listers attached doesn't guarantee a good movie.
You're going to be the first visitors that Hill House has had since Mr. Crane died. Really?
It fared pretty well at the box office, but few reviewers were pleased. It currently has a pitiful 17% on Rotten Tomatoes and got 9 nominations from Bad Film Award ceremonies, but only won 1. Number 4. Death at a Funeral, 2010.
Yes, actually, I have some photos I wanted to show you. Okay. All right, sure.
The 2007 English black comedy was directed by Frank Oz, most famous for playing Yoda in Star Wars. It did reasonably well at the box office, alongside getting fairly positive reviews. It only took 3 years for the States to remake it. Both were written by Dean Craig, but the latter featured a mostly American ensemble cast, including names like Danny Glover and Chris Rock. It earned slightly more at the box office, but cost twice as much to make.
I tried writing once. Didn't work for me either. I think it's like a gift. Either you have it or you don't.
So it was a less successful production. Reviews were mixed overall, with the consensus being that the original was executed way better.
Who's this? You know, I asked myself the same thing when my dad passed. I said, who is this man?
No, Brian. Who's this in the coffin? Because that's not my father.
Number 3. The Italian Job, 2003. Few will deny that the 1969 Italian Job is a staple of British cinema. The final car chase has cemented itself in pop culture history, and Michael Caine's role is difficult to forget. In 2003, America decided it was worth a remake, getting Mark Wahlberg to play the lead role. Surprisingly, it was fairly positively reviewed, with it being generally considered a fun watch. It doesn't beat the original, however, but it did set an exceptionally high bar. The newer version isn't even set in Italy, and the ending isn't even the iconic cliffhanger of the original. Instead, they all get the gold and go on a spending spree, a much less memorable conclusion. Number 2. The Land That Time Forgot, 2009. The original 1974 release is an epic adventure film set during World War I. The characters go on a journey to find a hidden continent full of both dinosaurs and cavemen, which makes for an epic flick. 35 years later, an absolutely abysmal American remake was released. So few people cared about it. It doesn't even have a Rotten Tomatoes critic score. It's a side-splitting display of some bottom-of-the-barrel CGI. The entire thing looks like a video game cutscene from the early 2000s. The budgets for both films were in the same ballpark, making it another example of how practical effects are always better than cheap CGI.
Hey! Come on!
Number 1. The Wicker Man, 2006.
And make our blossoms fruit.
Mighty God of the sun,
hear ye the words of the Lord!
The 1973 version is a classic Christopher Lee horror film, considered one of the best of its time. The 2006 remake feels more like an Airplane-esque parody than an actual horror movie. Nicolas Cage takes the lead role, which became one of his funniest performances. It's more ingrained in pop culture than the original, but everybody is laughing at it, not with it.
Come on, let's go.
If you're a fan of ironically watching bad movies, then this is essential viewing. It features some of the worst performances in cinema history, with most of the runtime filled by Cage running around, pointing guns at women, then shouting nonsense.
Oh gods and goddesses of nature, receive this sacrifice and be appeased.
Were there any particularly awful remakes we forgot to mention? Let us know in the comments below.
back up! I swear to God I won't shoot you!
It is a great honor, one that you cannot refuse. It is ordained. There is no way out.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.